Finally, 2 months to the day after Kendrick Lamar releases Not Like Us song, he finally drops the music video. And it is all filmed on the streets of Compton, yo, and it is chock full of sneak disses, Easter eggs, and deep symbolism. This video is the ultimate finale to the long-going beef between Kendrick Lamar and Drake, which we did a full video on, and you can check out down below. Now, for those of you who know very little, if any, about hip-hop or this beef, because today, I'm gonna break down just a few, of the Easter eggs, sneak disses, and deep symbolism in this music video, just for you. And trust me, this music video, when it comes to Drake, is like a death by 1,000 cuts. Each tiny diss slicing at his ego, his public image, and his soul. So, at the very beginning, it opens with the epic line.
What's the password?
I see dead people. Which in the song, many people thought it was Kendrick's voice, but it's actually sampled and overlaid from the epic movie with Bruce Willis, The Sixth Sense.
I see dead people.
Now, the guy who answers the door dressed up like a clown is actually a very famous dancer from South Central LA, Tommy the Clown. And check it, he actually created a style of dance known as clowning, which is pretty much what they're doing in this music video to Drake. But clowning eventually became the very famous style of dance known as crumping, which is very intent was to attract young troubled kids to get them off the street, out of gangs, and off of drugs, showing them that art could be a better alternative to express themselves. Just like the original intent of hip hop, to encourage troubled youth to express themselves with MCing, b-boying, DJing, and graffiti. And this is something Kendrick has been strongly pushing since he got famous, which is why he often goes back to Compton where he's from, gives back to his community, gives speeches, and donates. Now, if you notice, a couple of those people sitting in the chairs with the white t-shirts and they have the red and blue writing on top, this could represent the Crips and the Bloods, which are two of the most powerful gangs in South Central LA, and particularly in Compton, where they have terrorized that community for years. And a few weeks back, when Kendrick Lamar held that epic concert back in Inglewood, he actually got members of both rival gangs to get up on that stage and dance and sing together. This scene is really dope. This is where Kendrick starts to go in on Drake. You see what's all filmed in Hey Bye, and there's that guy in the ski mask sneaking up on Kendrick. That guy is meant to be Drake. This is meant to be a reference to one of Drake's album's Dark Lane demo tapes, where Drake first donned his ski mask trying to look all gang and drill and shit. But that is just on the surface. You see when that guy sneaks up on Kendrick and he suddenly gets swept away? That is right at the moment when Kendrick drops the line,
Sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas. Certified boogeyman, I'm the one that up to score with them.
Fun fact, boogeyman is actually a code word for hitman. So here, Kendrick is showing where Drake claims that he is a certified lover boy, like in his album, he is a certified boogeyman. And when shit goes down, he's gonna be the guy to lyrically take you out.
No women, no kids.
Now this is where we get even deeper. You see how Kendrick is doing push-ups? These push-ups are in response to Drake's response to Kendrick's response. You see, back when this beef kind of just started, Drake released a song called Push-Ups, where he made fun of Kendrick's shoe size and his height.
You won't never take no chain off of us. How you big stepping with a size 7 man's on?
But what many people don't know is that he was actually making fun of Kendrick doing push-ups.
Top told you drop it, give me 50 likes of push-ups.
Because about a year ago, Kendrick Lamar started posting videos of him doing push-ups in Compton and one of the most dangerous parts of the neighborhood in West Piru Crip territory. Basically humbly bragging that no matter how famous he was, he's still safe in his own neighborhood.
Say Drake, I hear you like I'm young. You better not ever go to cell block 1.
Kendrick is warning Drake that if he ever gets caught up in these PDF file charges, just like Diddy, that he better not ever go to cell block 1, yo, because in prison, they do not take kindly to those types.
I like you, and I want you. Now we can do this the easy way, or we can do it the hard way.
While he's delivering these lines, Kendrick does 17 push-ups, which is two things at the same time. First, it's a sneak diss, implying that Drake doesn't like anything over 17 years old. And it's also the exact number of Grammys that Kendrick has won, in comparison to Drake's 5 Grammys.
Wop, 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 wop. That fuck 'em up. Wop, 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 wop. I'ma do my stuff.
And here is actually pretty straightforward. The wop, wop, wop is actually Shiha Ingwood, which means to beat up on a fool bad. And as you can see, Kendrick is beating up on an owl piñata. And coincidentally, the symbol for OVO Records, owned by Drake, is an owl. So this could represent the beatdown that Drake took at the hands of Kendrick during this hip-hop battle. But to make sure people don't misunderstand him, there's a disclaimer down below. No OVOs were harmed during the making of this video. Kind of like how in the making of a lot of American movies, they put a disclaimer to let Peter know that, hey, we didn't harm any real animals that were used in this video, yo. But let's be real, Drake and OVO's reputation is harmed bad. But here is where things get deep. You see, smashing a piñata, which is initially part of Mexican culture but has also become a big part of American culture, originally is a form of symbolism, which means to resist the temptation of the 7 deadly sins, something that Drake probably has already failed miserably at. Then on top of that, there's one group of people who commonly smashes piñatas: kids at birthday parties. And just to make sure you don't think this is a coincidence, Kendrick Lamar follows up this scene with the epic A minor drop.
Trying to strike a chord and it's probably A minor.
Now, what in the hell is he doing? He is playing a game called Hopscotch, which is a very popular game played by young girls. So from the cellbot push-ups all the way to A minor, Kendrick is doubling down that Drake is a goddamn PDF file, yo.
I'm glad D-Rose came home, y'all didn't deserve him neither.
Then at this scene with the shipping containers, you see my boy DeMar DeRozan, a 6-time NBA All-Star. Now my man actually showed up at Kendrick's concert a couple of weeks back in Inglewood. But here's where things get deep, because DeMar used to play for the Toronto Raptors, the very team that Drake is an ambassador for.
We are like a college sports team. The Toronto Raptors are a college sports team, I promise you. I love Toronto, I love this team, and we're going to the NBA Finals. Let's go!
So my man is appearing in this Ops music video. This is a huge slap in the face, yo. Now this next one is golden, because you see Kendrick and his family dancing in the living room.
The family matter and the truth of the matter. Here was God's plan to show y'all the liar.
And to understand this symbolism, you need to go back and listen to Drake's Family Matters diss.
You a dog and you know it, you just play sweet. Your baby mama catchings always screaming, save me. You did it dirty all your life, you tryna make peace.
You see, initially, Drake implied that Kendrick was involved in some domestic violence against his girlfriend. So Kendrick's response is to show them happily dancing in the living room, which is where all the family matters are usually handled. And as you can see, his wife is wearing what's known as a wife beater. Because in American pop culture, stereotypically back in the day, the guys who laid hands on their wives tend to wear this type of shirt. And then there's another layer to this. You see his kids running around the living room? Well, this shot, along with a large part of this music video, was organized and directed by Dave Free, the very guy who Drake implied was the secret father of Kendrick's children.
Why you never hold your son and tell him say cheese? I heard that one of them little kids might be Dave Freeze. Cause if your GM is your BM secret BD.
Not only that, but Dave Free also produced the concert that Kendrick put on a few weeks ago. So here, Kendrick is showing that Drake is full of shit. Not only is he cool with Dave Free, but Dave is more than willing to direct and produce his projects to diss Drake.
Always rapping like you about to get the slaves freed. You just acting like an activist, it's make believe.
Now this next Easter egg is not in the video, but if you understand American culture and American history, then you can see the symbolism loud and clear. You see, in that Family Matters diss, Drake tries to call out Kendrick, saying that he's a fake activist, and he tries to rap like he's trying to free the slaves. But here's the thing. Back on June 19th, Kendrick held his concert, which is the holiday that officially marks the end of slavery. The Not Like Us music video was released on July the 4th, which is American Independence Day, which significantly marks the end of British imperialism in America and the beginning of American independence, which, fun fact, Canada, where Drake is from at the time, was a British colony. So once again, Kendrick is very sneakily calling Drake a colonizer of American hip-hop and American black culture. But with Not Like Us, this ends today. And then you have that final epic shot of the owl in the cage. And there are many layers to the symbolism in this. Obviously, the owl represents OVO, or OVO.
Say OVO, OVO. Say OVO, OVO.
Which is Drake's record label and his brand. And it being in the cage could symbolize that Drake should be locked up for all the PDF activity that he's been getting into, but it even goes deeper than that. This is a reference to a very famous poet, Maya Angelou, who wrote, "I Know Why the Cage Bird Sings."
But a cage bird stands on the grave of dreams, often shouting a nightmare scream. Its wings are clipped, its feet are tied, so it opens its mouth to sing.
And this is a message from Kendrick. Stick to singing, bruh. Lay off that rapping shit. Just be the bird in the cage who sings when he's told the lyrics written by other people.
If I need to be the poster child that took all those hits for all my peers hiding behind me that do the same thing every fucking album, that's fine, I'll do it. There's a lot of people that link up with other people and make records that you guys love. Music is a collaborative thing, you know? And I understand in rap, it's a little different because we conduct ourselves, and I still associate myself in that community, we conduct ourselves by a few different rules. We tweak the rules a little bit.
And then there's the final symbolism. This shot is almost identical to the shot from Drake's smash hit Hotline Bling.
You used to call me on my cell phone. Late night when you need my love.
Where you can notice at the beginning and the ending shots, Drake is in a box and he's being zoomed in on, stuck and confined by his record labels to do whatever he's told.
But a caged bird stands on the grave of dreams. Wings are clipped, its feet are tied, so it opens its mouth to sing.
So, this music video is an epic win for Kendrick. And I wouldn't be surprised if it don't win a Grammy this year, yo. And for those of you who missed out on the past few months of the epic battle between these two, make sure you check out some of the videos we did covering it all down below. Now, I didn't cover all of the symbolisms or the sneak disses in this video, so for the ones I missed and the ones you spotted, let me know down below. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you on the flip side. Peace!